Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. We're going to be starting off an attack from Plurfy. This is going to be a bunch of attacks in Arena if you haven't seen the title already. This is actually a pretty strong guy. He has about, he said 800%. Cav, he is like 1.5 billion or something, or 1.4 billion. Full mythic Cav gear there, so he's got quite good gear. So he was just coming in to hit me. I was actually asking around, see if anyone had tier 5. No one from this guild had tier 5. They were a 60 billion mic guild. No one had tier 5. I couldn't test in the arena, so that would have been a great time to test it. So just in case they did destroy me, I didn't lose too much. But he does have tier 5 familiars. He's got the attacking familiars and all that stuff. So decent familiars. And obviously decent stats, and his heroes are decent as well. But yeah, so he only did 370,000 in a full counter to my frontline, which I thought was quite low. So I wasn't really sure what was going on, but maybe it's because we had the 50% boost from the altar, or whatever it is. What is that? Battle something, whatever it is, in the arena. So this was actually another attack he went right after that. I'm not going to be healing at all in this video, mostly because it's just basically speed ups I don't need to use and all that stuff, and I wanted to kind of see what would happen if I took more losses and see how low I could get and still cap tier 4. So this actually was a leader list, just familiars and all that, so you can see the familiars are doing damage. He's going in again. I'm going to try and switch the Cav Phalanx so he actually does less damage to me. We'll see if we got it there. We did, so only 174,000 injured on that one. Yes, but he's still sending his tier 5, and he's using what's called familiars and stuff like that, or yeah, he's using tier 5 familiars, and he's using his heroes and all that stuff. So I was actually messaging them to see, hey, does anyone else has tier 5? Because I saw this guy was hitting me. I'm just like, does anyone have tier 5 out there? I really want to test this out, but no one had tier 5. It's really hard to find people tier 5 unless you're in like a Titan kingdom. Even my like big kingdom, there's like a couple of people tier 5, but they don't really want to waste them because if you hit me and lose them, it's pretty expensive. So I'm just going to switch over to Cav Phalanx there. Basically just counter some of these things just so he takes a little, or I take a little less damage. But you can see he only did 41,000 to my front line, but there you go, you to 91,000 to my back line. That's because the tier 5 familiars. Those are the one things that are making everything in balance, in my opinion. Tier 5 familiars are everything in this game. If you don't have them, you don't do much damage. If you have them, you do lots of damage. Even a tier 5 troop doesn't do too much damage, but with the tier 5 familiars, it does so much damage combined. And then this guy parts next to me, and he's going to be hitting me like a billion times. Actually, no, this isn't the guy. This is Blind Larry. This is another guy who parted next to me. So everyone's trying to hit me to release Plurfy's leader. He does get his leader back a couple times because the timer is only 2 minutes in here. So they get their leader back every 2 minutes. So it's not a big deal. And this is, this Eat Me guy was the guy who sent I think he sends like 300 million worth of tier 4 in this fight. So I was like, oh my god, he just kept attacking me and attacking me and attacking me. So this was actually really, really fun because I was like, how low can I get before I actually start burning to these guys? Because they will be setting leaders once in a while. Once they get their leader back, they'll send a leader again, and I'll try and cap it and all that. But I'm not going to be healing at all during this. So we'll see how little troops I can actually cap these guys with. And I'll be switching my Phalanx back and forth here just to basically reduce the damages the troops are sending. So I can actually see, I'll be sitting in infantry most of the time, and when I see a non-range attack coming towards me, I'll switch over to Cav Phalanx. A lot of these people aren't speeding up, so it's not such a big deal. And as soon as I see it hit me, I'll just switch back to infantry, because just in case let's say Plurfy decides to go range or something, that will do a lot of damage. And I believe he does catch me in the wrong Phalanx one time in this video. He catches me in Cav Phalanx, and you'll get to see how much a range attack does to a Cav Phalanx compared to an infantry with a Cav Blast. So this is still Eat Me. He's still sending a bunch of marches towards me. I don't know how much tier 4 this guy has, or he's healing, because he probably hit me like 50 times in this video. I'm not kidding. And he's sending all tier 4 marches. He's not sending heroes though, which is interesting. If he sent heroes with his marches, they'd be doing a lot more damage. But as it is, they're actually literally doing like 0 damage to me. I'll actually go through the reports here when I have a little time here. So yeah, you can see they're only doing like 1,000 damage if you don't send your leaders with it. And these are all tier 4 hits, by the way. You can see the might drop is around 7.2 million. That's what tier 4 is for that many. That was tier 3, I think. That one's tier 4 as well. I think that was range or Cav. Might have been Cav. And then, what was this one? Oh wait, no, that was the okay. That was I was really confused there for a second. I'm like, what happened there? Never mind. That was my my troops in the base when we got hit. So never mind about that. That wasn't an attack on my base. That was an attack on the base in front of me, where my troops were in. So that was what it's called, a fort battle or whatever. Yeah, you can see the 10,000. I think he's countering me on those ones. They're sending Cab, I believe, and I'm an infantry phalanx. And here you go again. They did actually stop for a couple seconds there, and they started picking up again. We'll show you what exactly they're sending. So you sent Cav. I switched over the Cav phalanx. I guess I had switched my phalanx before, and that's range, so you probably don't want to take that in Cav phalanx. Even a leaderless range, it just does more damage than need to, because you see with this one, it's only going to do 2,000 damage to me. But if I was in range, if I was in Cav and hit with range, you do like 10,000 plus to that. So like, it's not as bad as getting countered in infantry phalanx. I know I say that a lot, but it's something you got to really, really watch out for, because you don't want to get countered in that. So here's some more tier 4s coming in. They're both hitting me with tier 4s. A lot of times I'll have their leaders, so they can't actually send their leaders, so they're just sending random tier 4 hits. That one did under 1,000. That did 3,000. That's 1,000 there. All tier 4 hits here. Let's see, more tier 4. Like, this guy isn't healing, by the way. I'll show you his might at the beginning. And there's a Cab Blast coming in, so I should probably switch there. We'll see if I get that on time. And I think I did, and then I should switch back to infantry, but I might not do that. And this might be the time where I actually get caught off guard by, what's his name, Plurfy there. So, because I was probably looking at the reports and I didn't see him attacking. That could be it. And I actually do see it at the top here. I was actually going through the reports, and all of a sudden I saw Plurfy hit me. I was like, oh no, that's not good, because I was in Cav Phalanx for this, so it's not something you want to take. And, oh wait, was that it now, or is that someone else? Okay. Oh, no, still Eat Me. Eat Me is still attacking me. He's down to 522 mil might. I think we'll see how low he gets, but I'm not sure if I saw the end of it. But at one point, he's like close to 400 million might. And at the start, I think he was around 800 million might. So I think he dropped like 400 million might, either from attacking me or the battle altogether. But he was at least 700 plus when he started hitting me. I know that. Because I did see his might at 700 plus before he started all these attacks. So he just keeps sending tier 4 at me. This is kind of like what a Griffin trap would be if you're a solo trap. If they're sending leaderless tier 4 marches, they're only doing like 1,000, 2,000 damage. So you probably take over 100 all at once, as long as they're not sending leaders and stuff. Because leaders, obviously, with heroes, it does way too much damage. Take too many of those. And we'll see. This is the hunting one. This one where I countered, I believe. And nope, this still Eat Me. He's actually asking me how many I did, so I was gonna just tell him he did 170. That was his blast, his infantry blast, or his Cab blast, but I switched the Cab Phalanx, so he only did 170,000. He's got actually really decent gear too, hunting time. I think he's pretty much full mythic on that one. And then there's people sending me troops. It's not really actually troops. It's just to see what's going on there, because my guild did see that I was getting hit like 100,000 times here, so. That was 2,000. See that? That was heroic cannoneers there. So that was range. I guess I was an infantry for that one. Let's see what he's sending here. More tier 4. I'm in Cav right now. Like I said, I should not be sitting in Cav this whole time, because I could all of a sudden get a range blast and boom, there goes half my troops. So I'm just going to go look through these reports again. Let's see, a couple thousand on that one, a couple thousand on that one, 25,000 on that one, 1,000 on that one. And we'll take a look at this. 25,000 was range, and I was in Cav. So you can see, even just a leaderless attack's doing 25,000 to me. Even though a counter should only be doing, like, I don't know, like a couple thousand if I was an infantry and I got hit by Cavs. He's down to 430 mil now. I think he's actually running out of troops. Yeah, there's hunting time. So he's got full mythic, what's called Cav here too. Let's say he's doing range, so I should probably switch into, nope, I didn't switch. Okay, see, that's why you don't sit in the Cav Phalanx. You'll see here 1.2 million. I think I was still able to cap. Yeah, I was still able to cap. So they still know what I have. They were really, really interested to see what I had, because they were hitting me all these times. I wasn't healing at all. I don't know why I'm looking at the resources, because the resources don't do anything in this. So I did cap him again, so he's got to wait another 2 minutes for his leader to come back before he can try and burn me. And everyone else is still trying to go in there, so yeah, so here's hunting time coming in. Eat Me, Lick Me. They're all hitting me now. Hunting time sending Cav there, so I'll switch to Cav there. And boom, boom, boom. And I should be switching back. back to infantry. But the thing was, I wasn't really caring so much because I'm not actually losing troops or anything like this. In this situation, normally I would be healing. So I would be at full troops. I wouldn't be down to 78 million might. I'd be healing in between. But since this is arena, it's fun. I don't need to heal. And they were trying to zero me, but it wasn't really going too well because they were just keep hitting me and hitting me and hitting me. And, I wasn't healing at all. So this was like free kills. But unfortunately, you don't actually get kills in arena or the So it doesn't actually count towards your kills because I would have had like 20 million kills here or something crazy like that. I don't know. Like, I don't know how many troops Eat Me, Lick Me had me, but it was a lot of troops. So, let's see. Blind Larry's coming in now. We'll see what's going on. He's only setting 167,000 tier. Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm not in Cav Phalanx because I don't want to take too many Cav losses. I am starting to lose a bunch of troops. You can see I'm down to 1.6 mil Glads, only 2 million Reptilian Riders, and my range is down to 5.6 mil, so I am losing quite a bit. I think Plurfy hits me here. Yeah, okay, I was I was looking at the report and Plurfy hit me. I saw Hunting Time hit me there. I was just looking at the reports. I was kind of just talking to people at this point because it didn't really matter what was going on. I'll have to take a look and see how much Plurfy actually did because his attacks do a lot since the tier 5 familiars are in there. Actually, no, that didn't no damage in there. Never mind. Ignore me. Yeah, so he I guess he didn't send the tier 5 familiars that time. Or he didn't send heroes. He just sent a random attack. So I'm down to 74 million might. I'm down 30 million. No, yeah, 30 million might now. So I am down quite a bit of troops. I'm down a couple million tier 2, a bunch of tier 1. A bunch of people are still trying to attack me with leaders and stuff like that. They are not having any what's called any good chance. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to find the words. So they're not doing too well right now, but they are getting me down to 73 million. They are all spam attacking me now, so it's hard to see what's going on because there's so many attacks coming in. I don't know which one's a real attack, which one's a fake attack. It's like, and I'm not really paying too much attention because, like I said, there's nothing on the line here other than a bunch of kills and them actually getting to see how many troops I have left. But at this point, it doesn't matter if they see how many troops I have left because I only have like 8 million. So, and they were wondering this whole time because they were like, how is he still taking these hits? Because they are just spam attacking me with all their troops now because it's the end of the arena. So they don't really need them anymore, and we're too far ahead and they can't catch up. So there's like, oh, we'll just use all our troops here. I'm down to 69 million now. And I do have a bunch of their leaders. More people are coming in to see if they can free the leaders, see if they can actually get me to burn. We'll see what might I end up at before they actually do end up burning me. And then we'll see what the lowest amount of troops I am to be able to cap these people because this guy's sending range at me. I think I'm in infantry. It's not a big deal at this point. I don't even know if it's a big deal because I have like no troops in either Phalanx. It doesn't really matter what Phalanx I'm in because it doesn't matter if I counter because eventually I'm not going to have any troops in the certain Phalanxes, so I might as well just be in the other ones anyway. So this guy is sending, let's see, we got Alb Eagle, we got Blaze Asian, sorry. We got Blind Larry, Perfect Pause, Plurfy, Hunting Time is still there. Yeah, and I have 4 other leaders right now, so I actually most of the leaders. I'm basically just waiting for Plurfy to get this leader back because I'm pretty low now. I'm pretty sure he could burn me now. Yeah, Albeagle does not have very good gear or anything. So that's the end. We totally won the what's called arena there, so they're just using the rest of their troops because it doesn't matter at this point. No one needs troops, and you'll get them all back at the end anyways. That's the best part of the arena. You don't have to worry about losing your troops. Even if I get zeroed here, I'll get ported out of the arena with all my troops back, so it's all good. And let's see, Albeagle's coming in here. That's his gear. He doesn't have decent gear, but Hunting Time has really good gear. Let's see, some more attacks there and then Plurfy obviously has really good gear, tier 5 familiars. Blind Larry's not great, I don't think. Eat Me never actually sent his leader, so I don't know where his leader was because he sent me all his troops, but I never actually saw him attack me with his leader, so I can't actually tell you how good his gear is because I don't think he was ever in his war gear. So here comes Plurfy with range, I think, and this might be the one that burns me. Yep, there you go. That was finally the burn there. I was under very low 60 million, so I didn't have very many troops left. I think my base might's around 45, so I only have like 20 million might in troops at that point, or less. Now I actually have less. I only have like 10 million might in troops right now. And here comes Eagle coming in. I hope he recalled. We'll see what's going on there. Eagle there is going to recall as well. thought I saw 2 of them with the leader, but maybe it was just 1. And let's see here. So Plurfy actually went in, but recalled for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think he knows what I have, so maybe he's going to try and test what a Cab Blast will do to me when I only have range. So we'll see what happens here. So he's sending... Oh, that's a mix. Wait a minute. Was that a mix attack Plurfy sent me with? Might have been a mix there. But yeah, that didn't work at all. No, I think Plurfy hit me with a Cab Blast. That was a Cab Blast, so someone else sent mix at me. But I did end up capping them too, so I'm down to 54 million, so I only have like 9 million might in troops right now. But I'm still able to cap some of these guys. Here's Plurfy. I was able to cap him. Oh yeah, he sent full cab into my full range. So apparently you only need around 5 million tier 1. Tier 1's the cap a 800% Cab Blast, by the way, if you guys are wondering. But yeah, that's kind of, actually, that's really funny. But I have like 400% range attack, so I do have really, really high range. So Plurfy's like, it finally burned you, but then he lost that one too. So that was kind of funny. I don't think he was expecting me to actually cap him there. I will eventually. And here's someone sending a mix attack with their leader. Oh, that was the mix attack. So that wasn't Plurfy. That was someone else sending the mix attack. So we'll see what a mix attack does, because that's 250,000 tier 4 with a leader. And all I have is tier 1 range, 4.7 mil, maybe less now, since after Plurfy's hit I actually have less, but maybe like 4.5 mil tier 1 range. We'll see what a mix attacks does to me. And boom, that dropped me like not very much. Okay, that didn't drop me. That dropped me 200,000. Okay, so I only lost 100,000 troops there on that mix 250, even with only 4 million troops, or 4 million tier 1 range. Not even a mixed comp, just a pure range comp there. His mix was not able to do it. I was able to cap him pretty easily there, actually, because he only did 100,000. That's not very much at all. Jeez, I was actually expecting to do a lot worse once I got down this many troops, because I don't even think we're in the what's called arena things anymore, so my attack is not very high because the battle's already ended. And Hunting Time was actually able to get a march back there, so I'm starting to lose enough troops that I don't have enough to cap these really high full mythic guys. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just like, I only have 4 million troops left, and I'm still not losing. I still won that one, but I just wasn't able to actually get through all his troops. I believe the next one will burn me because I'm just down to 2 little troops at this point to take a full mythic Cab Blast. He is still sending Cab. I think that's his best one. So yeah, see, you can see he really didn't do that much more damage than me. He only did 10,000 more damage, and his was tier 4, mine's tier 1. So anyways, though, that was the end of it. I got ported out, so I have all my troops back. I'm back up to 104 mil. I will go through some more of the reports, just kind of looking through, because I think I missed a couple of them. But yeah, I only had 3.8 million on that one, so I wasn't able to cap it. But he only walked back with 10 troops, by the way, for that. Yeah, even though I burned, he only walked back with 10 troops. This was Iron Fist. This was the mix one here. Then Blazing Asian. Those were just normal tier 4 hits and stuff like that. And you can see these are all the reports. It was basically all the way down to the bottom of my report list. As far as I can scroll, were all attacks. So I don't actually know how many attacks that actually is, or how many reports your thing could hold, but that's how many it was. I didn't actually spend the time counting them all. Maybe I could have and actually got the actual number, but that was it. So yeah, you can see these are all the different hits based on different might and all that. So people are always asking me, hey, what do I need to cap these certain things? It's like, it depends on your stats. It depends on who's hitting you. You can see some of these like lower guys are doing like little damage, and like full mythic guys are doing way more damage. And I was still able to cap a full mythic Cav Blast with only like 5 million troops, 5 million tier 1. It didn't actually need anything else. So that kind of gives you an indication. But then again, like I said, I do have like close to 400% range attack in my mix gear. So that's also something. It depends on your gear. The better gear you have, the higher strength people you can cap with less troops. So it all depends on that. And you're going to have to kind of test it out and see. That's kind of why I do this. I was just testing out to see what would happen in these. These are all tier 4 attacks. So like I said, like no one in their guild had tier 5 apparently. That kind of sucks. I wish I could have tested that, because I would have healed up and took the tier 5 hit just to see how it would go. But even these like full mythic guys with tier 5 familiars, they still don't have tier 5, a lot of them, because it's really, really, really expensive to actually get that tier 5 upgrade. People now are starting to get more. So maybe the next arena I'll get a bunch more tier 5 hits and stuff like that. But as it is now, it's really hard to find anyone. So even Perfect Paws has some decent gear there for familiars and all that. But he didn't pop a boost, so he's only at 250, so it wasn't due to much damage actually. And then Eat Me Lick Me here guy. He's the guy who sent like 400 million might worth of troops at me. So most of these attacks are actually him. He just kept spamming and spamming. Yeah, but they weren't doing really much damage. Only like doing a couple thousand at a time. So it wasn't really the biggest deal when he was sending it. So apparently he could send that at me all day, and it would take him forever even to fill my infirmaries if you wanted to do it that way. I don't even know if he sent all 400 million might of troops would have filled my infirmaries. It would have been close because he was only doing 1,000 to 10,000 at a time, depending on what he was sending. And if I was able to counter, obviously, he'd be doing a lot less. Because I think even the counter blast, he was only doing maybe 10,000 if I was an infantry phalanx. Whereas if I was in range, he'd be doing a lot more. That's space, or not range. I was in cav, and he sent range at me. He'd be doing a lot more. So that's why you always send an infantry phalanx, by the way. If you guys are, I know I keep saying that, but it's something you guys got to really watch out. Yeah. So that was a 250 one. He did 18,000 to my infantry there. 375 here. Infantry into my glads. I didn't have many troops at that point. Only had 7 million troops. It was still easy to cap though. Like all these attacks are easy to cap. It's just depending on what tier 5 familiars and stuff they have, because those are the ones that are going to do all the damage. Because I even saw I got countered by that 800% cab blast when I had a bunch of troops. It only did 300 something thousand to my front line, a full counter to me. So that's basically the most he's ever going to do. And then the tier 5 familiars did the rest of the damage. But he only has one tier 5 familiar. If he had 2 tier 5 familiars, instead of doing whatever it was, 150,000, he might do close to 300,000 damage just from the familiars. It's kind of stupid, I know, but it is what it is right now. So that's kind of what we have to deal with. And then tier 5 troops are going to be the big issue, I think, just because they're going to do more damage. And then the tier 5 familiars are going to do damage on top of that. They still probably do more damage now. So you kind of got to watch out that. You kind of got to full counter it, just because even a max player, if you counter them, they're still going to do probably 300,000 with the tier 5, and then the tier 5 familiars probably do 400,000 to 500,000 themselves. So it's kind of silly, I know, but it is what it is. Yeah, this was the range attack. I wasn't able to cap that one. I did take a lot of damage on that because it's cav phalanx, but I had no infantry left, so I only had was basically my range to try and take out his range, and it wasn't quite enough there. That was the one where I burned at like 65 million might or wherever I was, so didn't have many troops left there. And then that was the cab blast where he sent full cab into my range, and I was able to cap him on that one. And once I get down to below 400 million, I was not able to start capping the full 375,000 cab blast anymore. So if you guys wonder, yeah, that's his gear. So you can see what his gear is. I was just posting that on YouTube, and this was Eat Me Lick Me. That was his initial might. That's what I looked him up after the arena ended, and so he started at 840, ended up around 400 mil, maybe less. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one though. This was a lot of fun. It was a relaxing 100 plus attacks on me, and then I got to see what would happen if I had less troops. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So you can see it's at the bottom there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.